converting the map if you're doing that. So Lynn Vision have defied the odds, as it were, and picked up a really solid first one.
Yeah, exactly that. Let's get things underway. Anubis, it's a fun map. It's, you know, obviously probably the only map that we can really talk about in a kind of a T-sided map, or at least in that kind of vein. Chicken's having a dip in the water, and we're going to dip in towards this one. Of course, Lynn Vision took their opponent's map pick 13-9, but like we were saying at the tail end of it, it actually was more one-sided than the numbers say. Now, how do they look? On towards Anubis. In we go. T-side start, of course, coming forward for the ex-Cyclone side. Like I said, it's one of those maps which does feel T-sided, and well, the TYLOO boys are going to agree with it, and they're going to choose to start there on that T-side. Set the tempo. See what they can do. Their T-side on towards Inferno wasn't exactly pretty.
Very slow move over towards this B site for Cyclone. They've got plenty of utility for a pistol. Make themselves known with that smoke. And they got to get moving because the rotations are on the way. Flash, not yet in. I thought it was coming. It looked like they were going to run across. There we go. Flash goes in. So Cyclone certainly taking their time with this one, and Lynn Vision are more than set up for it. Sorry, takes a bullet in the noggin. JamYoung with 2 on the P250. Pretty good once the post plant's gotten going. There is a kit available for Amelia, but I don't know that they necessarily want to move in for this, to be honest. There is also a flank, so they're on a timer. Ooh. Their own flash, ineffective, unfortunately. Just 2 now remaining. Westmelon is so isolated with this P2K. As well to find a couple. Got to go a bit deeper than that, though. However, it's just Zaka now. Not a lot of time. I think they've won the round from here. Yeah, indeed. Down it goes. And he'll look for some exits, which is nice, to be fair. Might get away with them. He does indeed. So that's fair enough. Some kill bonus moving forwards, but the round goes away with Cyclone. 100% on the pistols right now.
Yeah, 3 for 3 so far. Again, credit. I mean, the pistol rounds that they found in towards Inferno was what really alleviated all of the pressure of what was, like we said, not a great performance overall. 39 on paper doesn't look too bad, but it was actually a pretty one-sided thing in terms of the gun round. That's good to see again. Cyclone get a bit of confidence out the gates. That's good shots from Zaka. Good to see that he's looking crisp. Of course, so was JamYoung. Those 2 shots, the P250, were spicy. So, triple Galil, quad Galil. They come forward, and a Mac 10 for Mercury. It's going to be a 5-stack over towards A here. For Lynn Vision, get a kill or 2. You take it, but this probably won't be any sort of surprise who's going to win out this round. They've got a lot of information. There's nobody showing here, so they could catch someone in behind, and they might. We're smelling, going to try and tap away. The Mac 10 actually going to get out of there. I don't really blame Mercury.
Nice find coming out onto the first. Should be an easy plant from here on in. Try and keep everybody alive. Ooh, Almond gonna get overwhelmed. Okay, Westmelon. P250 Prodigy, apparently. Amelia will scoop up a Galil as well, so we've got a little weapon to move forwards. I mean, they're gonna be buying anyway, but sometimes you can be lacking the utility when you go into that 3rd round buy on a CT side, you know, so may well just see him stick with the Galil and get a full belt.
Let's see what the call is. Yeah, I mean, the Galil actually, it's pretty viable. I don't really mind it that much. Tapping away. G going to go down here to the bomb. Just makes a difference though. They are going to buy in towards the next round. It's expected. That second to put on the board here. Lynn Vision, no buy. A Galil saved. It's a silver lining, not exactly anything too influential. But like you said, can't just keep hold of that Galil. Or some util around it. It's not the worst thing in the world. Full buy to come through. Lynn Vision, their first full start. Like we said, they were in great control earlier in towards Inferno. They just made things look pretty damn easy for the most part in these gun rounds. Hoping not the case, Cyclone can answer back with some decent gun rounds of their own, but it's not always easiest task. This time, though, they're looking pretty quick towards A.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the A move for sure. Very slow here, though, as they have gained that initial Canal's control. Smoke kept them at bay. Rotation will come around from Lynn Vision to put up a decent defense here. Amelia, oh, nice nade. Oh, it's slightly too early. They nearly committed around that corner, but not quite. Utility going to come raining on in from the T side to give them space in on A. G is melting, left on 21 HP. Not ideal at all. The bullets all around him right now. Westmelon going to eat a grenade as well. This could get messy here. So much damage coming in on both sides of the equation. The kills, though, seem to be going the way of Cyclone for the time being. G brings it into a 2 versus 2. Trade down. All eyes on JamYoung with the flank. Kaze will get a plant here, I feel, but I mean, they have a little bit of a read. Not quite heavy enough, unfortunately. JamYoung probably just won the round with that kill.
Probably. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. Worst call, especially in this situation. He's so low in HP, 21 points. There's no way. No way at all. Cyclone. And mimic the start that they had in an Inferno matchup. They went 4-0 to kickstart things there, so it isn't bad at all. G looking for a little bit of news on the way out, but it's going to be a good round, all things considered. Once they got the site as well, everything slots into place. That kind of, not even a post plan, I guess just the information they gained was really good. And it was all a ruse, which made it all the more important. They walked straight into the danger of JamYoung. It's nicely done. The Cyclone 3-0 start. Again, no real buy to come through for Lynn Vision, unfortunately, until the round next. Have an AK to work with, and that's about it. Amelia does have money, of course, because he saved the Galil, so maybe a little upgrade for him. But I'm not expecting a force battle Lynn Vision here. I feel like that would be very risky. Amelia's going to go in towards the M4. I look admirably to see what the pistols do. I feel like they'll just upgrade the pistol, play with a double rifle setup. That's still doable. Cyclone won a few rounds on that exact sort of buy in Inferno. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So the rest of the team will keep hold of the money. Not the worst scenario. With G having 3.5k, he should be able to get an AWP in towards the next round if he wants it.
Really slow again on the overall build-up, but we'll see where Cyclone end up. It looks like a B hit going to burst in. No one really around, just Westmelon on this 5-7. He's getting all the information. He's somehow staying alive. What is going on? Oh my god, and he even gets a kill. That's unbelievable. The round itself, though, should be secured. I feel like with the bomb going down so easily and Envision not really having any presence, they'll probably just hold on to the rifles again. Yeah, and the half armor of your Starry too, right? I feel like it's not the worst thing. They are rotating in. Oh, shot! Zaka was on the run then. He hits that. That's pretty nuts. Made it more expensive. It actually makes saving a little bit more awkward. They've got to go out either through that CT sport or they end up going through water. Neither of which are the most secure. They might even fight their way out of brackets here. This could be quite risky. Zaka's around that corner. Starry's not too far away. And I hear these steps. Does he get cleared? Advent will see him off. It's not the end of the world. Actually, okay. Couple of kills. Like you said, they've saved the rifles. They're reinvesting towards the next. There's some actually decent money being built up over towards Lynn Vision because of how well they've managed their economy. What matters most, of course, is the rounds on the board. It's a 4-0 start. It's a one-sided affair. That's why Cyclone went for this T-side start. It's fully understandable. They've looked very good where they've been so far. Back into a buy, though. Let's see. G on towards the AWP. He looked really great on Inferno with this particular gun, so hopefully you're going to get a bit more of that from him. A replication of the performance over on Inferno. Westmelon's position going to be known. He takes so much damage. That is nasty. But all the same, a decent find from the Cyclone side. Start things off.
That's quiet. off the back of the initial points of damage. Much slower take here. I think they're waiting to see whether Lynn Vision get a little aggro, try and go for a swing, try and get some information. You'd hope for Lynn Vision that you wouldn't in this situation too. With damage being taken on towards Westmelon, you don't really want to risk it. Westmelon's going to rotate over towards mid. You're going to help them out there. He rotates off the B site. Thankfully going back now. I was quite worried because the bomb is getting ready to go. Cheezor finds the first.
Yeah, there he is. Beautiful pickup. 40 seconds left to go. Not too many options for Cyclone, really. The nades have started to rain in towards B, despite being a man down. They've lost their presence over towards Dark as well. So, you know, a straight-up hit through main is really, really ill-advised. Mercury picks off one. That's over on A, being a bit of a nuisance. It does distract the matter on B, to be fair. But will it be a big enough distraction? I'm going to go down. They're going to let that happen. Ultimately, the smoke dissipates. Westmelon, my guy, has split them down the middle. It's brought into a 1 versus 1, and thank goodness Zaka was there at a good time. Catches JamYoung reloading and unaware of Dark, but goodness me, that was almost disastrous.
That could have been absolutely awful. Thankfully, it's not the case. Westmelon nearly pulls off the worst blunder we've seen so far this series. We all remember that MP9 spray from map 1. But yeah, that nearly got brutal. He's low on ammo, but it gets to a point where it's like, mate, just pick one. You know what I mean? And he gets neither, and it nearly goes so south so quickly. Thankfully, not the case. And of course, with the AWP being saved, they can reinvest back in around it. Lynn Vision, they're going to find their first on the board. Psych on the bomb plant keeps the funds alive. Advent does not give a damn about the flames. Advent, ooh, Amelia, oh my god. He could still die. He will still die. What is happening in the start of this game? Westmelon is going to move out the flames, thankfully.
G having another look down the canals here. Nothing appearing this time around. No opportunities as yet. I don't know that he's necessarily going to get one either. There's no one really around to give him the peek. Little flash goes in. He's still pretty confident. So they have a lot of information down there. If there's no one around canals, very often it is unlikely to be a B hit, right? Just no threat of that split really makes B difficult to work with. So they're a bit more prepared for A or mid. Gathering information at mid now starts to maybe confirm that it is going to be an A hit. So should be pretty ready for this A hit to come in. However, 4-on-2 directly on the site itself, going to have to play well. Starry gets traded immediately. Westmelon's far too low to make his presence known. JamYoung's crosshair was right on the head of Zaka, but not going to strike, not going to take the shots. How does this retake look then? Beautiful little trade-off between them. Westmelon is the only one left, and he'd been hoping to play safe because he was so damn low. Kaze finds it in the end. Cyclone immediately back on the board.
Yeah, nicely done. Good response as well from Cyclone, just right back into the success. And a much better first half again out of the Cyclone boys, because they only found 4 in towards 5 in the first half, but this one is just a lot more clean compared to Inferno. It just looks a lot better. And there's actually gun rounds being converted to. All things considered, Cyclone are looking a lot stronger. The Seaside Starter is doing really well for them. It's actually caused a little bit of a ruckus over towards Envision. They are going to call for a pause. And honestly, fully understandable why. This hasn't been a good showing. Their map pick looking rough around the edges is opening a few opportunities for things to go awry. Now, there's other games being played currently, so over Tech Wars we can talk through one of those. That, of course, being the Mongols versus GR Gaming. And that one's just been finished. The Mongols won it out 2-0. 13-3 map the 1, 13-7 map number 2. So the Mongols continue through that lower bracket. Loser of this game would face winner of New Happy or Mongols in the consolidation final.
Nades being traded down middle. A little bit more presence in this area, which is kind of rare. We've not seen an awful lot of that. A change-up from Cyclone. Really nice, actually. We see nets them 2 frags now. Okay. Uh-oh. Not looking good. A hit going to come in. There's still 2 players to deal with, though. You might not be expecting this much presence. You can kind of see it, right? Very aggressive moves, but it doesn't matter. Advent's Tech 9 is just running rampant right now. Westmelon is the last one left. And, yeah, they can just run rings around him at this point, get that bomb down on B. He's far away enough that they don't have to worry about him just yet.
Spotted. Oh, that timing. It's brutal. Yeah, it's perfect. He crosses quite literally in the half a second that Mercury 180s. You hate to see it. Might actually cost him his life as well. Westman seems to be flanking in a good position. Checking everything. Spots him, little labored, but the kill nonetheless. He's going to be cycling up to that 6th. It ain't bad at all. Every round's been made quite expensive, though. So their long-term economy has never remained, I guess, too stable so far, but that round's going to the back of one-man Advent. He's had his question marks about him, but a triple with a Tech 9 to crack open things. It ain't too shabby at all. Advent just never stopped running and gunning. That gun on the move is incredibly good. Advent showing exactly what it can do. At close range against rifles and all the rest, it can hold its weight. 6-1 from a pretty one-sided first map in favor of Lynn Vision. It's now completely flipped the script here. Map number 2, it's as one-sided as they can get. Lynn Vision can barely scratch the surface, may I say. Only got 1 AK to work with here in the hands of Westmelon. No buy around it. The Psycho should make it a 7-1 lead. Seaside is doing wonders.
Backer. Oh my goodness, what is going on there in mid? Holy hell. Advent's still on his Tech 9 here, by the way. Absolute joker. Beautiful find from Westmelon. Oh, this could be big. Tag through the door. A lot of damage done to the CT side, and they're just kind of going to move away from that AK. And starting to discover now that B has been left completely open. Definitely a fan of a move like this from Lynn Vision in a round like this. You know, go for something unconventional with your half buy. But obviously it does mean that winning the round is going to be kind of tough. And maybe, I don't know, we could be on the AKs, but they are not. They are a fan of sending it, looking for the frags. Not quite going to work for them. Unfortunately, a couple nice finds, but the round itself will be taken by Cyclone.
There we go. 7-1. Like we said, a little bit expensive. But overall, it doesn't matter at this kind of point now. We're getting so late towards the half. It all comes down to what Lynn Vision can do to save the scenario of what has been a dreadful showing on their CT side. Granted, it's not the easiest CT side as things go, but they're going to go for their 2nd out of 3 timeouts. And again, it just kind of makes sense. This is a side who have not shown up in any sort of way so far on their own map pick. Nothing needs to change heading towards next. Thankfully, they do have money. They do have the ability for an AWP in the hands of G. He's actually been pretty good when he's been given the opportunities with it. Well, fundamentally, we need to see some of these riflers come out on deck. We said it would be an interesting battle between the 2 star riflers of each team, that of JamYoung and Starry. And unfortunately, Starry 1 and 7. Same kill to death ratio as rounds 1 to loss in the game so far. Feels like quite an important factor as to why Vision are really struggling. He is meant to be one of the most impactful, important players on this team.
Last round for Cyclone. Amelia with the swing, unable to find anything. Bit of a better nade this time around. However, Zach has gone down. Amelia going to have to go large. Doesn't happen. A bomb site has some serious issues, it has to be said. You know, when they go B, they have to draw away rotations. They have to work with the first pickup, you know, and really play the mind games. But A, they seem to just be able to send it and find a lot of success.
Smoke down. I'm surprised he's sticking around, though, to even give this a go. I'll be tempted with a save once again. G jumping behind, and they come. This is going to be a massacre. It's going to be so easy for Mercury. Flash goes way too deep. Starry does get one, but it's a consolation. Not going to make a difference at all. This is really not looking good. This has got 3 maps written all over it. We said this series would have 3 maps written all over it. Coming in, but we just didn't expect it to be in this sort of fashion. Absolute credit to Cyclone, pulling no punches right now. They will allow Starry to save. It's not going to make a difference to the grand scheme of things. 8-1. This is on track for Cyclone, putting up a dominant first half here. So much so that we can already start opening the door to the conversation of Pattern saying that anything found from here feels like too little too late.
Yeah, I mean, may well be the case. I think, again, we're looking at a pretty T-sided map. It certainly feels that way in 2 as well. So I don't know, man. I think there is still potential if Lynn Vision can recover things, but obviously it needs a strong recovery. They need 3 rounds in a row, and they'd probably need to springboard themselves with a pistol at the start of the next half. So there's still potential for us. We caught it over in EU, didn't we, yesterday? A complete flip on Anubis, 2 very, very strong T-sides. So it certainly is possible, but I think, yeah, it's difficult. Eye test-wise, the scoreline is one thing, but eye test-wise, Lynn Vision just really aren't giving us very much, are they? It's not like, oh, they've lost a key clutch here, a key clutch there. The general defenses just aren't good enough.
That's all. Nade, Starry, slight tag. Zach is taking a little bit more damage as well. You're going to go aggro here. It's a good wrap. Mercury can get spotted there. Mercury's dead. No shot. Oh my god, he turns. That did get worrying for a second. He did check. He had an inkling. The Spidey sensor started tingling, but it won't make a difference. Westmelon lines up 2. Starry comes in for support. And kaze falling. That's the first time this entire map, in 10 rounds played, that Lynn Vision have played around that looked very clean.
Well, there you go. Maybe just the threat of, okay, we can't lose any more rounds here, guys. We've got to start winning some. You know, everyone said, all right, I'll sit up. Stop lounging. And indeed, a very clean one. Now, whether they can keep it going is, of course, the next question. Cyclone actually haven't got the most amount of money built up. They have been winning the rounds cleanly enough, but I suppose enough damage coming in from Lynn Vision has meant that they are deep into the pockets quite quickly. And in particular for this round, right? We got JamYoung and Mercury with very little money.
Yeah, that is the issue, I guess, to a degree. 8-2 scoreline. Lynn Vision, with how poor things have been, it feels like a 4th is a bit of a dream right now. Getting an 8-4 half is actually salvageable, but it requires a pistol, which Lynn Vision are 0 for 3 on right now. And on the other side, 3 rounds feels like not enough, and anything less is just off the cards here. If Cyclone lock in double digits before the turn of the half, it's game set. Not quite match Boroff's close enough. Lots of user coming through in towards mid early. Not taking control here. They're dropping towards water. They're going to go quick towards B.
All right, something a bit different for them. I don't think we've really seen a B rush come out very much. Flash was so good, but Mercury's deep into this site. Oh, man. Just caught. If only the Dark player had held his spot, could have been absolutely massive with that return flash play. Not the way it goes. Lynn Vision will back off, tail between legs, handing another round across the Cyclone. So the 9-3, the best that we can hope for here. And ultimately, they're going to need that. 10-2 doesn't look much better than 11-1. Still in a really tough spot.
Yeah, quick play comes through there as well, but the real question mark for me is how Starry doesn't hit any of it. They've dropped him towards water, which is one of the loudest noises on the map, and they've run knife out all the way through in towards connector, and he's just holding util, looking for flashes towards main. That makes me think that over towards Lynn Vision, the comms are extremely cluttered. If Story's not hearing any of those noises, something else has got to be taking up all of his airspace, because Story has absolutely no clue. Even when he throws the U-turn, he doesn't even turn around, because he genuinely hasn't got a clue. It drops towards water, and 2 players are booking it all the way through. Concerning, to the least. And again, Cyclone just continues to pull further and further away, and absolutely deserved as well. They continue to be incredibly impressive. Final round of the half. There's an open play once again for G. It's good to see. Starry going to opt against the peak, though. Understandable. Yeah, he's met with a nade dart, unfortunate.
Yeah, that is a bit rough. Won't be the end of the world. Nice way to start the round. 1-for-1 outside of B. So, generally speaking, it'd be pretty good for the T side. It's hard to tell on Anubis, though, just because of how quick the rotations are. So, I don't know. Either way, Cyclone will be looking to work with that and perhaps lean on the B side.
Already. Goes quiet in the 4 versus 4 with only damage being taken over towards Lynn Vision so far. You do worry for them a little bit. Starting to converge. G, good timing in the peak. Finds Alman lurking in no man's land, and that's important. Going to set things up a little bit as well. And G remains unsmoked here in towards Hieroglyphs. So he can start to relay this information over. 4 versus 3, and as time starts to tick over, Cyclone now in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, not looking too good. Mercury trying to make space. Oh my god, you are joking. That is so lucky for Mercury. Advent's got to trade out towards mid. Oh, this could get a bit weird. Bomb moving in. Big fight from Zaka. He actually gets both of them, so well held in the end. A little bit of life left in Lynn Vision. 3 rounds is not a lot, though, guys. I don't think I need to tell you that. We will see what they can do on their T side after the break. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with more Anubis. Didn't really go too well for Lynn Vision in the first half, I think it is safe to say. However, T-sided map, anything is possible. Asian region is kind of crazy. So we are hoping for somewhat of a comeback. Got Nuke coming up next, and Lynn Vision will want to prove to themselves that they are capable. Or are they just going to completely flip this script and win the damn thing in 2 maps? We'll find out.
Let's see. It's not been a great showing for Lynn Vision. Their map pick, not looking great. You know, a lot of noise dropping in towards water as well. That's 3 different people they've heard make that drop. JamYoung waiting here as well. He's got the support of Mercury. Comes a swing. Jolie's though, not good enough, and Zaka doubles down.
Pretty big. Westmelon going to find another as well. Advent falls way too easily. And just Alman. Substitutes that they are using this week, it would seem. Has got it all to do. Takes a headshot as soon as he shows himself, so I don't see him getting away with anything here. Indeed, he goes down. So, step 1 complete for Lynn Vision. Going to need a few more nice rounds just like that, but everybody has to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's one step at a time, and I think that's how Lynn Vision have got to play this. They cannot afford to think about kind of getting back in towards this map in a kind of a grand scale. They've just got to take it in small increments. It's a good start. Finally found their first pistol as well. First pistol this entire series, so maybe the start of something here. Of course, T-sided map in essence. Vision a good opportunity now for things to start to slot in their way. They'll get a 5th here, which is good. Deficit already 4 rounds. It's doable. That's, well, I guess in the current kind of economic state, like 2 proper full buys for Cyclone. It's a winnable scenario, but of course it is Cyclone, who are only 4 rounds away, pushing us towards Nuke. Slow pistol around here for the Cyclone side. They've not invested at all, really. So we're just waiting to see whether anyone gives them the fight, and it's looking unlikely. But it will be Lynn Vision finding their 5th in due time as they're heading towards an empty B site.
Yep, should be all good. Might see a bit of presence on A from these 2 lurkers, but no, looks like they're actually wrapping into B. So really selling the B play here on the Lynn Vision side. It's all a waste, fellas. There's nobody here. A dry run on B. So not sure what the move will be from Cyclone, whether they want to do the super safe, you know, high percentage, keep money off of their opponents by just not giving them any kills, or are they going to try and send it? We're hoping they try and send it, take a gun away. Maybe now one of those AKs, but not too sure. It looks like they will show a bit of presence, right? At the very least. Hopefully we'll get a gunfight eventually. Depends on where they stop.
Let's see. This is a very weird kind of round into another unicorn round, unless there's a fight on the way out here. It looks like there will be. They are safe and they're expecting the swing. And now it becomes a massacre. Oh, yeah, it does. Amelia for 3. G1 of its own. And Alman will survive. Saving the KD, I guess, more than anything. But here's that 5th that we spoke of over towards Lynn Vision. We said they would find that when they did with these. And the fact that it's inexpensive too is what all that matters. So now, Cyclone towards their first full buy. Triple M4, quad M4, and that FAMAS in the hands of Alman. Bit of Utah to speak with as well. Lynn Vision, this is the true test. If they want any chance of winning out this map and, well, booking themselves a Pro League spot. Gotta start with first gun round here. Hit themselves with Galil's. Kaze went back and actually downgraded that M4, or upgraded in my eyes, to the auto, and he might get an opportunity for it. And I spotted. That's why it's an upgrade. There's 2. Make that 3. The gun is a beast. The best gun in the game. XM1014 showing exactly what it can do. That honestly feels like it should be the round.
Do you say 1014?
Is it? 1015.
It is.
Yeah, 1014.
No, it is. But
yeah.
I say 1014.
Oh, really?
That's crazy. The XM 1014.
Okay, yeah, I say 1014. I don't know which one it's meant to be. I don't even know why there's the numbers there.
Now I'm debating my whole existence. I've been calling it that since, you know, Left 4 Dead 1, man. God damn.
I've never even played Left 4 Dead.
Oh my goodness. That's something we got to do, a little bit of a Left 4 Dead 2 campaign.
I do have it, I've just never played it.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, it is a classic. The online's a little, you know...
A little broken.
You're hoping you come up against the 5 people that don't really know how to play the game, but most of the people that still play that are, like, insane. You know, they've got thousands of hours in Left 4 Dead, for goodness sake. So
yeah, it says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's only, like...
7 players.
Yeah, there's not that many. There's not that many at the moment. It's a bit rough to get a campaign going. But if you've got the homies, you just play against the AI, or
okay.
If you've got loads of homies, if you're one of those guys with loads of homies,
like a 10 man
like
or whatever.
4v4.
4v4, 8 man. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Just looking up the XM1014. I was wondering why it was called 1014, but it's based off the Benelli M4. And it's Italian shotgun. I don't know. The 1014 is just made up.
That is so. This clip is so clean. Sorry to cut you off
it's
on
great,
the fact,
isn't
but
it?
that is so nice.
It's incredibly good at that close range. I mean, certain angles that this gun is, there's actually like kind of no better. You know, the Nova has a better range, but when are you really looking at range?
Insta-kill and reset.
Yeah, it's so good in the right hands.
It'd probably be better than an M4 in that situation.
Yes.
You know, like,
genuinely.
to be honest with you.
You've
got to correct your spray. Yeah, exactly. And all that. Like, you're going to get traded if you're on an M4.
Yeah, I think the only real kind of, I guess, like, slight problem in the sense is it's actually still semi-expensive in the fact that it's $2,000. And it doesn't have a great kill bonus, from my understanding. So... It's
no, it's still 900, isn't it, on the XM10?
I don't think so. I think the XM was reduced. I'm pretty sure, because it was like,
really.
I think it was reduced because it was too high.
That's got to be a CS2 change if that's the case. I'm sure it was 900 in Go.
Oh my god, it is still 900.
Yeah,
oh my god,
so it's still
so
decent.
I thought it got reduced.
Obviously, maybe it should be. You know, you're just hoping because it's busted clearly.
Yeah, I know some of the SMGs got a reduction into CS2. Not the XM, see? That's why in the right hand, that's a lot of money gained as well by kaze. You know, for the Galil in this round, if he had the XM in the same position, he'd actually be probably in the fight once again. This time, Ammo's just going to play a little bit further back. Doesn't need to overface it all too much. Molotov is in the hands, though. Any sort of util that comes through those doors, Arma can drop a molly, and he can stop the cross if he gets it off in time. Yes, will do. Well played. Westman has to go through the flames to get on towards the site.
Yeah, that is an absolute mess of a push from Lynn Vision. G and Starry now just Starry. And they're going to know where Starry's at. Should be able to overwhelm him. Flank coming in, etc. He's going to go for somewhat of an open plant. JamYoung will opt to take this peek, but they're just coming in from everywhere. Not a chance. 11-5. Looking very good for Cyclone. No bomb plant there as well. Lynn Vision lacking the cash. Probably going to be 12-5 before we see any sort of response from Lynn Vision. So that is a long run. That is 7 in a row that they will require to take us to overtime, right? It's not even a sure thing. So a real difficult map here for Lynn Vision.
That's for damn sure. It's a very awkward scenario we find ourselves in right now, where it looks like we're just vying up for that map number 3. Nuke is on the cards, but we'll get there when we get there. Lynn Vision are playing for OT, which isn't a dream ever. Nice data comes through, a lot of damage dealt. G and Zaka lands right at their feet, so they're down to 26 and 28 respectively. Midi takes a little tag as well. Surely absolutely no chance this one. They're going to go towards mid. It should be one-sided. You get the control, but Mercury finds the first.
Oh my goodness. And the kills keep on coming round for Cyclone. Should be all good from here. They've got information on the final few players. Down goes the Deagle. That was the scary one. Sprays are looking good. Alman in for a moneymaker type round. Oh, and a little close. Maybe biting off bit more than he could chew, but 8 HP makes the difference there. All the same, 7 in a row, as said, going to be required from Lynn Vision. A real challenge ahead of them, and I think we are indeed now realistically looking across to Nuke to decide this series.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. It's not a position you want to find yourself in at all, but Lynn Vision just never really looked good in this game in any way. CT side was diabolical, and honestly, the T side hasn't been much better. On a pistol, on a force buy, and then everything's fallen back in place for Cyclone. Last attempt it feels like they've got a double Galil to try and save face. Isn't great. Oh, that's been heard. Kaze's seeing this util be dropped right in front of him. Shadow spotted as well. Oh my god, what is Zaka doing? Does he not know that's an angle? Oh, gonna find a freebie. And he knows there's 2 more over there. 1 by the util and 1 in the shadow. This should be easy.
You would indeed think so. But time will tell. A bomb site is absolutely locked down for Cyclone. So Lynn Vision, I would say their only option feels like B. They may well decide to stick around. I don't like it now. I don't like it. They're looking towards this A site, and I don't think it's going to be the move. Flash comes in. Advent. Oh, clean for the double spray down. Yes, sir. The AWP covering the exit. Will miss the shot, but looks very good here. All right, Westmelon has got other things to say. Low HP Advent somehow manages to find the frag, thinking there's an enemy behind him. It's not going to be the case. Starry's position is somewhat unknown, but he has 3 to get through on his own to keep them alive. Not even to win the game or to get a big round. It's to just find another, and the flank is coming. He's got no idea. Ticking time bomb is indeed activated. Mercury will get it done, and that is a super clean victory for the boys at Cyclone.
Yeah, it's really nicely done, honestly. Everybody stepped on a really great. I've been having a good game as well. Obviously, we saw in that last round, but even on the T side, looked very solid. The CT side was quite stable as well. Everything slotted